What's going on, everyone? Today, Sportsmafia is going to be talking about the top 7 cornerback duos heading into the 2020 NFL season. But before we get started, please click the icon in the bottom right corner of this video to subscribe to this channel. Once you've subscribed, please comment "I subscribed," and we promise we will personally reply to your comment. Thank you, and let's get started. Number 7 is Jaire Alexander and Kevin King of the Green Bay Packers. Right out of college, Jaire Alexander showed great promise. In his first year, he logged a team-leading 11 pass breakups, lining up inside and outside. The Louisville product followed up with a solid sophomore campaign, allowing a 53.6% completion rate. Because of injuries early in his career, Kevin King needed some time to blossom into a solid cover defender. He missed 17 games between the 2017 and 2018 terms, but suited up for 15 outings in 2019, logging 5 interceptions and 15 pass breakups. The 6'3", 200-pound cornerback gave up 864 receiving yards, but quarterbacks recorded a pedestrian 84.6 passer rating when targeting him. Green Bay selected King in the second round of the 2017 draft, so the front office will have a crucial decision on whether to retain him next offseason. If the Washington product continues to make strides, the Packers' starting cornerbacks could move up the ranks. For now, they're a solid pair with upside. Number 6 is Xavien Howard and Byron Jones of the Miami Dolphins. In 2019, the Miami Dolphins pass defense ranked 26th and gave up the most touchdowns. That should change with a healthy Xavien Howard and Byron Jones' arrival. Before Howard went down with a knee injury last season, he struggled, giving up 3 touchdowns in 5 outings. Even though prosecutors dropped the charges against him in a domestic violence case, the 26-year-old may serve a suspension after a league investigation. Between 2017 and 2018, Howard made a case as the top cornerback in the league, logging 11 interceptions and 25 pass breakups. Howard's ability to force takeaways complements Byron Jones, who snagged just 2 interceptions. The former Dallas Cowboy primarily lined up at safety for his first 3 seasons and then transitioned to cornerback. Since 2018, he's allowed completion rates below 54%, which makes up for his lack of forced turnovers. Jones and Howard have multiple years of solid performance, and they each have a Pro Bowl campaign. Number 5 is Joe Haden and Steven Nelson of the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers didn't draft their perimeter quarterbacks, but general manager Kevin Colbert deserves credit for his free agent investments at the position. Joe Haden has a decade of experience with tremendous consistency. Since 2010, he's broken up the most passes and ranks second in interceptions. In 2019, the well-established cover man made his 3rd Pro Bowl as a key component of the Steelers' 3rd-ranked pass defense. After a breakout 2018 term with the Kansas City Chiefs, Steven Nelson signed with the Steelers. He didn't match the 4 interceptions and 15 pass breakups from his best campaign, but the 6-year veteran blanketed receivers, allowing a 50% completion rate and 0 touchdowns through 15 outings. Nelson doesn't have Pro Bowl or All-Pro accolades, but he could bring some more buzz to his name with another stingy year in coverage. Number 4 is Casey Hayward and Chris Harris Jr. of the Los Angeles Chargers. Chris Harris Jr. has lined up for a significant number of snaps on the inside and outside, and he'll continue to play in both positions. In 2019, Harris's coverage slipped a bit. He surrendered a 67.1% completion rate and 4 touchdowns. Not bad, but the former Denver Bronco has had much better years. Harris expects to play at a higher level as he reunites with defensive backs coach Ron Millis. "Being comfortable with a coach that coached me for my first 3 years in the league," Harris said. "I had great success with him. I still use a lot of his tools to this day. Being able to join back with him and the rest of the impact players on the defense I thought would be a great fit for me." Casey Hayward has been solid in some seasons and exceptional in others, registering at least 4 interceptions and 20 pass breakups during the 2012, 2016, and 2017 terms. Since 2018, Hayward has recorded 16 pass breakups and 2 interceptions, which isn't spectacular, but based on his track record, he's capable of more Pro Bowl caliber campaigns. Number 3 is Marshon Lattimore and Janoris Jenkins of the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints claimed Janoris Jenkins off waivers in December. He suited up for only 3 games with the club, so we didn't get the full dose of this duo. Marshon Lattimore allowed a 50% completion rate while quarterbacks recorded a 79.4 passer rating when they targeted him. With that impressive showing in a division with wideouts Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin, the Ohio State product deserves a ton of praise for his 2019 performance. Jenkins will gamble on plays and time his breaks on contested targets, but that's what makes him an impact playmaker. Since 2012, he ranks tied for 4th in interceptions and 2nd in pass breakups. Jenkins' veteran experience should allow him to gel in New Orleans. He's shown consistency throughout his career, registering at least 2 interceptions in 7 out of 8 seasons. The Pro Bowl cornerback picked off a career-high 5 passes last year. Number 2 is Stephon Gilmore and Jason McCourty of the New England Patriots. Through 8 seasons between the Buffalo Bills and New England Patriots, Stephon Gilmore has applied airtight coverage to receivers. Since his 2012 rookie campaign, he's broken up the most passes and ranks 3rd in interceptions. Over the last 2 terms, Gilmore has played an all-pro level, suiting up for every game. He earned the 2019 Defensive Player of the Year honor and led the league in interceptions. McCourty hasn't garnered as much recognition as Gilmore, yet he's a solid compliment who's recorded 16 pass breakups and 2 interceptions over the last 2 campaigns. In 2019, McCourty allowed a 48.2% completion rate. Turning 33 in August, he's slightly past his prime, but still effective. And number 1 is Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters of the Baltimore Ravens. Unlike any cornerback duo listed, the Baltimore Ravens have 2 All-Pros in their primes, both ball hawks and younger than 28 years old. Midway through the 2019 campaign, Marcus Peters flamed out with the Los Angeles Rams, struggling in coverage. The Baltimore Ravens rolled the dice on his talent and acquired him via trade. In Week 7, he made his debut with the team. Before Peters' arrival, the Ravens' pass defense ranked 29th in yards and 6th in allowed passer rating. From Week 7 to the end of the term, Baltimore listed 2nd and 1st in those respective categories. Peters regained his swagger with the Ravens and earned All-Pro recognition, locking 10 pass breakups and 3 interceptions after the trade. On the opposite side, Marlon Humphrey developed into an All-Pro in his first year as a full-time starter on the perimeter. He surrendered just 8.6 yards per reception, broke up 14 passes, and picked off 3. He also returned 2 fumbles for touchdowns. With Peters and Humphrey on the outside, few quarterbacks will have success targeting their starting wide receivers. Baltimore has a pair of cornerbacks at the top of their games, and the younger of the 2 is a budding star going to his age 24 term. That's it for today's Sports Mafia video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and want to see more Sports Mafia content, click the circle subscribe button so you never miss a single video. Hope you enjoyed.